What up, YouTube? It's your main man, Boys for Life, coming at you with another fucking video. Sorry about that. I had to put my phone on silent just in case someone sends me a text. My shit don't go off. Anyway, I get a kick out of these Eagle fans, man. Like, there's a couple things I want to talk about. A couple things. Just look. The Giants have nothing to say because they're the Giants. They're the bottom of the totem pole. The Redskins, they're going to talk all the shit because that's what they do. Now, the Eagle fans have been talking shit for the past 19 years, since 2000, because that's what I come across a lot of. Eagle fans that, for the past, since 2000, we've done this and we've... Yeah, but by your logic, you haven't been shit ever until you won last year. So if they weren't big shit talkers already, it's gotten a lot worse. It's gotten a lot worse. And they're the bottom of the totem pole franchise in our division. Took 52 years to win one Super Bowl. So again, by their logic, they have been irrelevant. But they don't see that. They say since 95, since 96, you know, because we haven't won a Super Bowl since 95. So from 96 on to past, what, 24 years, we've been irrelevant. But when you flip it and say, hey, Eagle fans, you know, by your logic, you've been irrelevant for 52 years. Yeah, but at least we've been to the Super Bowl and we've done this. Yeah, but you haven't won it, so you're still irrelevant. So you're saying that, by your logic, the only way to be relevant by your logic is getting to the NFC Championship game. Because what, you've been to like 4 or 5 of them since 2000? And you won one Super Bowl. So the ceiling to be relevant for Eagle fans by their logic is at least getting to the NFC Championship game. But we all know that if the Cowboys make it and they lose, then it's going to be like, you're still irrelevant, you haven't won a Super Bowl, all because they won one. And again, by their logic, they haven't done shit for 52 years. So that's how long it took them to win one. So there's that. So I don't know what it is with Eagle fans, but these motherfuckers, and there's a few of them, not all of them. I, was watching Bad Dog's live stream, and I was talking with Philly 500, and he made a video on it. I finally was able to watch it. He's right. Like, they're not going to get anything for Carson Wentz. Like, I was watching Lord Brunson's video, and he was over there talking about how he don't want Leonard Fournette. He wants Jalen Ramsey, and he's going to go out and sign Kareem Hunt. Like, I don't understand, contracts to an extent. I don't understand how the NFL and what's happening, but I do understand he's on the commissioner's list, until further notice. So that means he's been suspended indefinitely. And who's to say that he's not going to be lifted off that list next year? So go ahead and sign him, because there's no guarantee that he's going to be off that list next year. There's no guarantee. So you can go ahead and sign him and pay him what you want, but don't mean he's going to play. And even if he does get off of it, he's going to face at least a 6-game minimum suspension. That means you're going to have him for 10 games. For 10 games, you're going to have him. No offseason, no practice, 10 games. Basically a whole year off from football. And you're going to throw him into the NFC East division? Nah. As far as Nick Foles goes, you really think you're going to get trade value for this guy? I mean, it's just laughable. Why would the Jaguars trade any one of their top 2 guys, Fournette on the offense, Ramsey on the defense, for an aging quarterback that's due over $20 million? That's fucking retarded. The Eagles aren't going to get shit for a 30-year-old quarterback who only had good seasons when he was with the Eagles. Now, I know this is probably just guys being homers and saying, like, we can get this and we can get that. No, you can't. You can't. It's not going to happen. I've seen a lot of people talk about how Nick Foles is going to walk in free agency. And they're disappointed because they want something in return for him because they think they can get something back, which they're not going to. And I was getting into it with a troll. Like, no, I don't think that Dak has any trade value either. Like, maybe to some teams, and it ain't going to be that much, just like Foles. But I wasn't comparing Dak to Foles to this, this troll that was trolling on my shit. Not on my shit, on Lord Brunson's shit, like on a thing that I put up there, a comment I put, and I just think it's funny. I just wanted to address it. But with Foles, there's no way you're going to get anything. You might get a second, third, or fourth round pick from him, but that's about it. You're not getting. Some of these guys think that they're going to get a first round pick and a player for Foles. Like, what? What? Like, okay, so if they trade with Jacksonville, was that the 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that pick? So you think that Jacksonville's going to give that pick up and trade away Leonard Fournette or Jalen Ramsey for Nick Foles? They're two best players and a draft within the top 10 where you're getting a superstar. If he ends up not being a bust, you're going to get a superstar. More than likely, 90% likely you're going to get a superstar. A difference maker on your team. 2-3 years down the road. Maybe he's an impact player right away. We don't know. But you really think that the Jags are going to trade that? That is fucking ridiculous thing. I don't know what the Super Bowl has done to y'all, but it made y'all a hell of a lot worse as far as fans. Delusional fans. And like I said, I'm only talking about a few people. Like, these people that are throwing out, oh my God. Like, you know what? I'm just going to tell you, like, I have respect for Lord Brunson. I have respect. The way I come at him during the season is during the season because it's Eagles-Cowboys hate week. Like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to come after you. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to come after you, But all shit aside, I got respect for you. Like, do what you do. You're doing a great job. Like, there's no disrespect there. But during Cowboys hate week, that's what it's going to be. And he's just one of a few guys. Like, there's a couple of guys that their videos I come across that I don't remember their name and I don't subscribe to them. But it's just funny what they think that they can get when the best option for them is to let Nick Foles walk, because you won't get anything for him. At least not anything worth of value where you got to dish out $20 million against the cap. Like, no. Like, you're going to owe 20 mil, and then you're going to owe, what, Carson Wentz something? Like, that's at least almost 40 mil just in cap space just for quarterbacks alone. Like, you really think? And then you got to decide between Aguilar and Golden Tate. Like, if you don't sign Golden Tate, you just traded away, what, a third-round pick? Trade away a third-round pick and lose Tate, and you got nothing. You basically got nothing in return. You lose a draft pick. You lose a player. So, but anyway, and wouldn't that be some shit? Don't sign Golden Tate and the Cowboys, let Cole Beasley go, and they go and get Golden Tate, and they start doing more screenplays, more slants for Golden Tate in the slot. That'd be some shit. But anyway. But yeah, man, like, this whole thing, it's just, from Eagle fans, it just cracks me up. And Eagle fans, and now I'm going to transition to something else. The Pro Bowl. That, I'm finally going to come out and talk about some football stuff because it's been a minute. I'm bored. Super Bowl is in a few days. But Eagles and Redskin fans, like, come on. Like, y'all want to make fun because we got Kellen Moore as our quote-unquote unofficial offensive coordinator, and he was calling the plays, and we were only able to score 7 points in the Pro Bowl. It's the fucking Pro Bowl. Did I not see Saquon Barkley on defense? Did I not see Jalen Ramsey play quarterback? Like, I didn't watch any of the highlights I watched. Or he caught a pass. I'm sorry, he didn't throw it. I saw him catch a pass. Like, isn't this shit that I saw? Like, offensive players playing defense and defensive players playing offense? Like, what? And if I stand corrected, like, the NFC was moving the ball the first couple of series, and they just stalled out. I mean, it's typical Cowboy stuff, but it's the Pro Bowl. You really think that, now I'm not, coming to Kellen Moore's defense or anything, but you really think that Kellen Moore's going to whip out some badass plays for these fucking superstars that, whatever, that just go out there and play schoolyard football? Like, I mean, the announcer said at one point, this is some schoolyard football. Like, this is some backyard, schoolyard stuff. Like, like he said that. So, I just think it's funny. But yeah, it just cracks me up, the things that Eagle fans say and the Redskins fans say. Next year it's going to be a Cowboys-Eagles race. It's not going to be the Giants, as long as they hold on to Eli Manning, as long as they don't work on that offensive line, because that offensive line is shit. As long as they don't work on those two things and rebuild their defensive front seven, they're going to be in the basement. The Redskins, they don't got a quarterback, and they're not going to give a king's ransom to get iffy quarterbacks to come out of this draft anyway. This is not a good draft class for, one of your top 10, one of your top 15 guy, like, draft pick. Like, this isn't. This is more of a defensive draft from what I'm hearing. And to me, like, yes, we need work on the offensive side, but we need to plug up that middle. Like, did you not see what happened to us against the Rams? They were running straight up at us, and we had no answer for anybody. Like, yeah, we have some good defensive tackles that can be disruptive, but nothing like what we need, like a Donald or anything. No. But again, next year, no, I'm not getting ahead of myself. If everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, it's going to be a Cowboys-Eagles division again, and we'll see who comes out with the division lead. Beating the teams in the division. We'll see who comes out beating their opponents that they got to face, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. These two teams, they're both good teams. They can both be in the playoffs again. I'm not disputing that the Eagles are a bad team, because they're not. They're good. But at the same time, can Carson Wentz stay healthy? You're going to get rid of Nick Foles. He's going to walk, because you're not going to pay $20 million for Nick Foles, and you're not going to trade him. It ain't happening, because no one wants him. So can Carson Wentz stay healthy? Because remember, it's been wrist, leg, back. And those injuries, they don't go nowhere. They stay there. Yeah, they're healthy, but one more hit the wrong way, and it's another broke. Look at Tony Romo. He broke his fucking collarbone like twice, 2 or 3 times. Like, in his career. It's the same place. And then started fucking up his back. So, once he had his back injury, it was all over from there. He was always getting hurt and playing hurt. So, Carson Wentz takes a hit wrong, his season's done again, or he's out for a couple of games, and then you're up shit creek, because after that, you don't got a quarterback. I got Sudfeld, that's his name? Like, we haven't seen anything from him in over 2 years. So, again, it's a Cowboys and Eagles division, and this year I do want to make a game. I do want to make a fucking game. I really do. So, we'll see what happens. But this is a video long enough talking shit. Not even really talking shit. Just, I'm out there, voicing my opinion of this Nick Foles shit. Voicing my opinion of the Pro Bowl. Voicing my opinion of what is going down, what's happening. So, we won't know until we actually know. But again, that's all I got to say. CNS, shout out, Cowboy Nation, CWO. I'm out. Peace.